Welcome everyone to Soulful Thoughts from New Zealand. This is Meghan, author, mentor, mystic teacher, and your curious host. In the last two podcasts, we have been contemplating the notion of home and belonging. And today it is memory that wants to join the conversation. What role does memory play in our lives? Let us listen to one of my favourite wise writers, John O'Donoghue. Memory is the place where our vanished days secretly gather. Memory rescues experience from total disappearance. The kingdom of memory is full of the ruins of presence. It is astonishing how faithful experience actually is, how it never vanishes completely. Experience leaves deep traces in us. It is surprising that years after something has happened to you, the needle of thought can hit some groove in the mind, and music of a long vanished event can rise in your soul as fresh and vital as the evening it happened. Memory provides such shelter and continuity of identity. Memory provides such shelter and continuity of identity. Memory is also fascinating because it is an indirect and latent presence in one's mind. The past seems to be gone and absent, yet the grooves in the mind hold the traces and vestiges of everything that has ever happened to us. Nothing is ever lost or forgotten. In a culture addicted to the instant, there is a great amnesia. Yet it is only through the act of remembrance, literally remembering, that we can come to poise, integrity, and courage. Amnesia clogs the inner compass and makes the mind homeless. Amnesia makes the sense of absence intense and haunted. We need to retrieve the activity of remembering, for it is here that we are rooted and gathered. Nothing is ever lost or forgotten. We need to retrieve the activity of remembering, for it is here that we are rooted and gathered. Thank you, John, for these words and reflections from eternal echoes. And though he is speaking specifically about personal memory, there is also relevance here for the collective memory. Humanity is being faced at this time with memories that have been buried, revealing collective and personal trauma. And as Teresa of Avila says, we are very good at remembering the painful times in our lives, but not so good at remembering the good times. So what is of interest and seems to me of great importance is also to enter into what I call sacred memory. Sacred memory is a revealing of wisdom and knowledge that has always been, is here now, and always will be. We only need to be willing recipients opening ourselves to enter into the remembrance of this wisdom memory, and to also let it evolve in accordance with what is needed in our world at any given time. For instance, I have the sacred memory of the death journey, from this life to the next, and the onward journey through the bardos or other heavenly dimensions. I use this knowing to help souls prepare for death and to guide them in the other world. Other people have memories of the medicinal uses of the plants, healing relationships with crystals, and the various forms of shamanic healing. Now, these, of course, are just a few examples. So how do we enter into these sacred memories? The greatest discoveries and remembering for me have taken place in the depths of stillness and deep soul quiet. Yet others have come through powerful sound healing sessions with crystal bowls and gongs, and others sitting in the pure openness on the land, not trying to get anything or to become anybody, simply being and breathing. So we need to allow the spaciousness, the time, the emptiness of self, so that these memories can arise organically. My favorite quote at the moment is, "When the mind is quiet and we are no longer rushing around to be somewhere, to do something or think something, that's when you can hear nature speak." But we're all addicted to becoming something, too busy to listen. And this is from a novel that I'm currently reading, The Last Beekeeper. And of course, this busyness is what causes the amnesia that John O'Donoghue spoke of. He said, amnesia clogs the inner compass and makes the mind homeless. What an interesting thought and understanding. So here is something for us. Is your mind feeling homeless? Is that why it is always rushing around trying to do something and be somebody? What if your mind felt rooted in the wisdom of remembering? What if your mind felt gathered into sacred memory? Let's take a moment and see how that might feel. So I invite you to bring your awareness into your breath. Letting the breath deepen into the belly. Letting the belly spread. In gentleness. In relaxation. Letting the mind settle. Open. Dropping down into your hidden roots. Dropping down into your hidden wisdom. simply breathing into the energy of rooted wisdom of remembering. Yet at this time there's nothing to get, nothing to remember. We're just simply opening to the possibility, acknowledging that rooted wisdom of remembering is here now. So in a way, if you like, we're simply introducing ourselves and giving space for that rooted wisdom of remembering to also introduce itself to us. Simply breathing, simply being. And allowing your mind and being to be gathered into sacred memory. Again, no need to remember anything. Just being in the energy of the sacredness of memory itself. Again, simply acknowledging, introducing yourself. Acknowledging that memory is an energy that is alive with life itself. Alive within you, alive within every creature, being on this earth, alive with wisdom. You may find that simply coming into this acknowledgement, into this breath, that the mind naturally becomes quiet. That is, it is happy just to be, feeling its roots, diving down into its wisdom, and slowly remembering its own sacredness and sacred memories. Remembering John's words, nothing is ever lost or forgotten. And of course, another way we are gathered into our roots is through connecting with our ancestral memories. Again, the focus has been on the trauma of ancestral memory. But I want to offer a different way of connection. And so, on Wednesday, the 30th of October, at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be holding my annual online Day of the Dead or Samhain ceremony. This year, we will be honoring our sacred memories and our ancestral memory of wisdom. That is, the gifts that are handed down to us, known and unknown. So if you would like to experience this, please see my website, meghandon.life, for more details. It will be recorded also, so you can join in when you are able. You know, we always make a special prayer to include you as if you are with us live. So this work feels very important for our earth, for our souls, for our collective human family. So please do join me in discovering what your specific sacred memory is. For we each have one that is particularly for us. And again, to remind you of a couple of offerings, recently I was part of a wonderful online summit, Crones, Hags, and Elder Wise Women of Power. I would highly recommend you take a look. So much wisdom from 30 plus presenters. So my own topic was the sacred memory of dying, and you will find the link below. And also a wonderful interview with my dear sister and colleague Simran on dying into love. Again, the link is below, or find the info on my website, meghandon.life. So I hope to see you on October 30th, if you can make it live. Let us gather together in our sacred memories to bring our ancestral wisdom energies alive. Journey well. Arahanui.